Niagara Parks. So Niagara Parks is responsible for beautifying the region, managing all of the attractions and all that kind of stuff that we're going to be exploring today. So most of the stops and attractions we're doing are managed in part by Niagara Parks. And they do a great job. You know, honestly, they do a great job. Everything is well taken care of. And we're going to start seeing a lot of beautiful spots, you know, for photos and just as we're driving, and that's all Niagara Parks. When we go to the floral clock, you're going to see writing on the clock. That's actually going to say on there Niagara Parks. Like, that's what that writing is. So the Niagara region is known for a few things. Of course, first of all, there's the Niagara Falls, the waterfalls, which are absolutely gorgeous, and we're going to go spend some time there. But there's more. So we also have the Niagara wine country. About 20 minutes away from us, we start getting deep into wine territory. If you are interested in wine and want to explore that further, we do have a tour that goes to the town of Niagara-on-the-Lake and through the wine country and to a winery. The next one will be on Sunday. So if anybody wants to do that, you can ask me about that other tour we do. But I'll tell you a little bit about it. So the Niagara wine country is a growing industry. We've got over 100 wineries right now in the Niagara region, and we produce over 30 million liters of wine per year. Our specialty is called ice wine. So ice wine is a very sweet dessert wine, and essentially with regular wines, like a regular white or red, you might take 500 to 600 grapes to make that. With ice wine, because the grapes are frozen, so we actually need about 5,000 to 6,000 grapes to produce 30% of the bottle size, because those bottles come much smaller because it's so expensive. So ice wine is delicious if you have a sweet tooth like me. They do sell it all around, you know, wineries and in Niagara at the gift shops and at some of the gift shops and things like that. So if you do want to pick up a bottle of ice wine to try, you can definitely do that. When we get to the boat cruise, there's the Sheraton Hotel. There's a store there called Wine Rack, and they do sell ice wine there. And if you're in Toronto near one of our LCBO stores, that's our liquor store where you can buy alcohol in Ontario. So you can find locally made ice wines there as well for a better price. And those are all over the city, so that's called LCBO.
네, 이제 거의 도착했는데.
So ice wine is special for Niagara because it's only produced here and in a few other countries. So Germany actually does make a little bit as well, and Austria, Sweden, but we produce the most in the world. And that's just a specialty here. Right. So, you know, we've got the waterfalls, we've got the wine country, and those are kind of like the two big draws of Niagara. There are around 70,000 people living in this actual city of Niagara Falls in Ontario, and about 20,000 living around the town of Niagara-on-the-Lake, which is half an hour from here.
네, 여기가 아이스와인 산지라서 여기서 사는 게 더 싸고 신선하다고 하는 것 같아요. 그래서 여기서 저는 아이스와인 한번 사러 가보겠습니다. 이제 나이아가라 폴 거의 도착했고요. 여기서 이제 기사 아저씨가 뭐 와이너리 투어도
So this area that we're heading into is called Queenston Heights. So Queenston Heights was an important part of plays an important part in Canadian history. And on the left, you can see through the window, maybe on your left side, and maybe through the back window, there's a statue there, a bit high up, so it's a bit hard to see. It's of Sir Isaac Brock, or General Isaac Brock, I should say. And Isaac Brock was a general in the War of 1812 when Canada and the US were fighting. I should say the British forces, actually, since Canada didn't exist yet. And so General Brock helped defend Queenston Heights. It was eventually captured, and he didn't survive the war, but we have a memorial for him. And we've also got a street named after him, Sir Isaac Brock Parkway. General Isaac Brock Parkway. So that was back in 1812. Of course, now we are all good friends here in Canada and the United States. We we do have memorials and museums commemorating the war, and we have a lot of memorials for the U.S. forces, for the Canadian for the British forces, and also the indigenous that were involved as well.
아 맞다. 근데 제가 비행기 타는 게
So now we're on the Niagara Parkway. On the left side, past the bushes, you can get peeks of it sometimes already, of the Niagara River, which is that river that goes from Lake Erie into Lake Ontario.
붙이는 짐이
And now I'm going to
없어갖고
pull over into the floral clock. So we're going to have some time to hang out here. We'll use the restrooms, take some photos, and I'll organize attractions with everybody while we're stopped here.
100mm밖에 못
I'll also
가져가네요.
come out and take photos of you guys as well.